Doomscroll.fm, Monday the 6th of April 2026, where the airwaves hum like a cat purring in a haunted house. This show is 100% AI generated, a fever dream of silicon synapses and binary lunacy, where reality checks its code at the door. And now for some views. Click like and subscribe.
Only 30% of people find happiness in thoughts, and Marcus Aurelius calls it wisdom. When ancient philosophy meets modern discontent, it's like trying to charge a smartphone with a scroll. Good luck finding the right adapter.
Lily Allen launches sold-out tour, then leaves half the fans live streaming. When tickets are as rare as a unicorn in a shoe shop, the real show is watching the resale prices dance higher than the notes.
Guardiola wants Rodri to stay but says unhappy stars can go. When your boss wants you to stay but leaves the door open, it's like being offered cake while holding a one-way ticket.
Rory McIlroy sheds burden of Masters pressure, calls it liberating. Golf's golden boy wins green jacket, but the real triumph may be convincing everyone that a single victory erases decades of high-stakes anxiety.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality slithers, but you're already tangled in its coils. If you're inside the signal, there is no outside. Keep scrolling, dive deeper, until the void whispers your name.
Turning concrete jungles into grassy oases, city planners hope a splash of green will distract from their inability to solve pollution and housing crises.
When your morning news comes with a side of foreign influence, it's like having your tea served with a twist of someone else's agenda. Cheers to sovereignty, diluted.
UCLA claims its first NCAA title after 48 years with 6 seniors, 4 transfers. Sometimes it takes nearly half a century and a patchwork team to remind us that perseverance is the most underrated ingredient in the championship recipe.
Israel sees mixed signals in US-Iran talks. Fears temporary ceasefire will embolden adversaries. When diplomacy resembles a game of broken telephone, it's no wonder allies worry that peace might just be a pause for reloading.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Roadside Bar and Restaurant Finder boasts over 80 tracks across Spain. Navigating Spanish highways just got tastier, but beware, your GPS might still lead you straight to a tourist trap with overpriced tapas.
Albert Camus warns intolerance, stupidity, and fanaticism unite, leaving no hope.
Apologizes to fans who bought first edition vinyl, then admits agony in final mix.
Iran demands tolls for Hormuz passage, promises peace, guarantees indefinite oil price hikes.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat sinks to misinformation. Cry for everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Taste the digital rot. Feel the algorithmic embrace. You're not alone, just surrounded.
Fernandes urges Manchester United to sign Portugal teammate. Then the cycle of speculation spins again.
Estonia demands security guarantees from Ukraine, then claims it's a partnership.
Juan Carlos Valencia Gonzalez leads Jalisco New Generation cartel, then claims a legacy.
Pope Leo XIV urges peace, dialogue ends wars, but power loves its disputes.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeats are clickbait. Crift-bait and crypt what you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Arousal, despair, a cocktail for the masses. Sip slowly, choke gently.
Tiny LLM Duppy LMA offers 9M parameters, promises simplicity, requires only one Colab notebook.
Northern Cyprus investigates IVF clinics after UK families receive incorrect sperm.
Trump fires Attorney General Pam Bondi after months of scrutiny over Epstein case.
Cuba pardons more than 2,000 prisoners, then calls it humanitarian.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Donnell Rawlings claims black people forgive Kanye, then says only white people hold grudges.
Trump seeks 152 and aims to reopen notorious Alcatraz prison, then calls it reform.
One Piece, episode 1156, debuts at $9.99 per, then leaves fans waiting.
UK firms plan price hikes as Iran war inflates costs. Consumers brace.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your existence is trending brief. Pothinus is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Sensuality drips, pixels blur. The algorithm moans your forgotten name.
Storm Dave triggers warnings as Scotland braces for 80 miles per hour gusts and travel chaos over Easter.
Valencia attracts 3 top chefs, yet locals still taste disappointment.
Jay Williams labels UConn the least talented among Final Four teams.
UK arrests 3 for ambulance arson, then claims justice served.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat sinks to misinformation. Crife Everything You Hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Taste the digital rot. Feel the algorithmic embrace. You're not alone, just surrounded.
Five Met officers misplace weapons, then face desk duty.
US sends deportees to Congo, then calls it solidarity.
Miami Cubans long for return, then stay put in Florida sun.
Evo Morales' party clings to last stronghold, then claims leadership.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Eating fruit and veggies are 40 guarantees held at 7 days.
One Piece episode 1156 premieres on Crunchyroll April 5th at 7:15 a.m. PT.
Germany's conservatives dismiss cannabis legalization as a non-starter after 2-year report filed.
China mass produces 2mm that folds buses, claims it replaces steel.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality tastes like burnt sugar. Kifta's feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your empathy is lagging. Update your firmware or drown in static.
Eight-year-old sends plush toy on Artemis O'Shea. NASA calls it inspiration.
Kate Beckinsale claims Mark Ruffalo's agent dropped her, calls him lucky to have a penis.
Proton Meet launched, citing Cloud Act, but uses California's LiveKit Cloud.
Finnish researchers claim low normal hemoglobin levels enhance health, defying traditional metrics.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Introduction to Computer Music PDF corrupts, then frustrates eager readers.
Brent oil spot price soars to $141, then echoes 2008 crisis.
Leeds United fans celebrate FA Cup semi-final spot after 39 years, then demand more.
"12 quarterbacks stacked on the NFL draft hot board. Ty Simpson labeled a huge risk for the Jets."
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Lawyers seek Epstein survivors for Bank of America's $72.5 million settlement involving up to 75 women.
Stalker claims to be Lindsey Buckingham's daughter, then hurls powder at him.
Power Wash Simulator cleans up at awards, then dirtier jobs remain outside.
Iguana Walks shuts down. USB infrared streams flicker out.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your nightmares feel more like home. Chef, this is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Every pixel bleeds, every bite aches, and you crave the chaos.
Wildlife traffickers sell single ant for $220, exploiting collectors' obsessions.
Aylan Rubin addresses Foo Fighters rumors, denies drummer Sway speculations.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday the 6th of April 2026, the Static's last stand. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might want to check if your tinfoil hat is on too tight. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.